Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will understand about the syntax of if by creating a simple shell script. Now we will be using a nano editor. So I write nano and then with space, I write the name of the file and I name the file as age and dot extension of this file, that is sh, because we are using shell scripting. So when I enter this, I go into this nano editor. Now, whenever we start writing anything inside this nano editor, so this is a file being opened inside this nano editor and the name of the file is a.age.sh. So before that, we have to first write hash, then exclamation sign, then space, then /bin, and then bash. And what do you mean by that? Because we are using bash shell and this bash shell is located inside bin. So we have to always start with this so that we tell the terminal that our shell script is located in this at this location, right? Now I am using this read command, which is used to get the input into the variable at the runtime. And here I write -p and then I write the command. I say enter your age. And then I close this. And with space, I use a variable. I'm using a variable age here. And then I use if structure with space. You have to give one space. Then you have to use this square bracket, starting square bracket, then again one space. And then you are going to use age. Then space. If your age is greater than equal to. So this is an operator here, greater than equal to, but this operator has to be exceeded by this hyphen, right? Now you can see the color of it. It is green in color, and this comes under the syntax of shell scripting, and this is by default defined in this shell script. That is why this is in green color. Similarly, this square bracket, if, read, all these are the keywords available in the shell scripting. And then you write, if it is greater than, let's say you write, it is greater than 18. Okay. And then with space, you end this bracket. So now again, I'm repeating it. And also one more thing is, whenever you are evaluating a variable, you have to here, before the variable name, you have to write this dollar symbol. Now again, I'm repeating, what you have to do is, you have to use this if structure, then there should be a space between if and the starting square bracket, and then there should be one space here, then the name of the variable, that is age, and it has to be preceded by the dollar symbol, then space, then G is a operator that is greater than equal to, and it has to be again preceded by this hyphen. So every relational operator, whether it is greater than equal to, greater than, less than equal to, less than, all have to be preceded by this hyphen that I have already explained in the operators. So you can watch the video for going through all the relational operators that I have taught earlier. And then space, and I am writing this number, and then space. This is your ending square bracket. So we are checking the condition whether your variable, you'll be entering some age and that age is greater than 18 or not. If it is true, then you just write then, because it comes automatically. So this shell scripting is basically representing your English sentences only. The way you see it is being represented that way only. And then you write echo. So what you want to write? If your age is greater than equal to 18, then you are eligible for voting, right? And then you close this. And then if you have to close this if structure, you will write fi here. So we are not using brackets, but we use fi. And then when I have to come outside this nano editor, as you can see here, for coming out of it, we have this exit command, and the shortcut for that is Control X. Now it is asking whether you want to save the file or not. So you just press, for yes, you have to press Y, and for no, you have to press N. Or for if you don't want to do any changes, you will write cancel, Control C. So I'm writing here yes, and then just press enter and come outside this. And then whenever you have to run a program, whenever you have to run any script, you will write dot and then / and then the name of the file, that is age.sh. So when you run it, it is not giving you the permission to run that. So let's see the permissions given to this file age.sh. So as you can see that all the groups have not been granted the execute command, right? So all the three groups are not having this execute command. So what we will do is we will use this chmod command. Chmod command means it is changing the mode. And now I'm using plus x. Plus x means I'm adding execute permission to all the groups. And then I write the name of the file, that is age.sh. And you can see from here that when I again press this ls space l, that is long listing of this file, you can see that all the groups have been provided execute permission, right? Now if you run this program, so you have to run this program by dot / then the name of the file. When you try to run it, you are successfully able to run it. Then you just enter some value. Let's say I enter 25. I write 25. So I am eligible for voting, right? Let's again run this program and see if I enter any age which is less than 18. So let's say if I write 12, so it has not given you any statement. It has not told you whether you are eligible for voting or not. So as a programmer, this is a wrong practice. So if your condition is true, it is printing the statement that you are eligible for voting. But what if you are not eligible for voting? The condition is false. So if is incomplete without else. So now let's understand else also. Now let's come back to this editor once again into the same file age.sh. Now what we are doing is we are again going to this file to make some changes in that. So what I'm doing here is, after that, I'm going to write else, and in else I'm going to write echo ineligible for voting, or you can say not eligible for voting. For voting, right? So if your age is greater than 80, you are eligible for voting. If your age is not greater than 80, then it will give you this statement. It will give you a printf statement on the terminal that you are not eligible for voting. Now again, when you have to come outside this, you are going to press Control X. You want to save this file? Yes. And just enter and come outside this. Now let's once again run this. So for that, as I've told you, we will use this dot and then / and the name of the file. Let's enter it. Now I'm entering some age. Let's say I'm entering 40. So it is greater than 80? Yes. So the condition is true. So it is eligible for voting. Now let's once again run this program. And now I'm entering an age which is less than 80. So now I'm entering 15. So what it is printing? Not eligible for voting. So now you can clearly see the change. If you are not writing this else, so it is not going to tell you the condition. It is not going to give you anything about the false condition, right? So both are important. So that is why if else is together makes a sense. So this was all about if structure and if else structure in shell scripting. So for the coming updates, stay tuned to my lecture. Thank you so much.